Although student job placement is not written in the Department of Communications mission statement, many students pursue the degree in hopes that they can use what they learn in a real-world setting. Do students feel that the communication program adequately prepares them for a job? Recent grad Colby Shosted weighs in.
I learned deadlines in school, which apply a ton when you're working in the workforce. You're going to have deadlines every single day, every week, sometimes hourly, and I feel like school prepares you a lot for that. Content writing, search engine optimization, those types of skills I feel like would have been more valuable to learn more of in school, and then when you get into the real world, you use those types of things every single day, but it does take a little bit to keep up and stay on that track of knowing these skills and things like that. Definitely something that I didn't learn in school that I wish I would have.
Writing is by far the most important skill to have, and I think that that's why I feel the U is lacking, because they don't have a ton of writing classes.
As an associate producer at Fox News, Ashley says there are major discrepancies between what you learn in school and what you need to know for the job.
It was my first day, and they just assigned me to write 6 stories in a 3-hour period. And in those 3 hours, they were like, okay, so you're going to write 3 VOSOTs, a few VOs, and an anchor package. And it's my first day, and I'm just being thrown in like this. I didn't even know what a VOSOT was, and so I had to ask this girl that went to a different school who knew exactly what she was talking about. So that was a little bit difficult for me, and it took me a little bit longer to catch up, and I had to work extra hard to be able to do the same amount of work that she was doing. Different interviews, people have mentioned that they've had a rough experience with U grads in the journalism department. So I feel like I've had to go try to get extra experience to try and prove that even though we don't have all of the classes that other schools have, we're still as capable.
University of Utah communication graduates have a job placement rate of 77%, which means that about 1/4 of graduates will struggle with unemployment. Recent graduate James Gerard has experienced a hard time finding a job commensurate with his degree.
Communication jobs, I've looked at HR jobs, I've looked at copywriting jobs for ad agencies, and I've looked at jobs within the journalism industry, like working for local news stations or working for newspapers. And it's been tricky because a lot of these jobs that I've looked for either require me to not only have a degree, but to have the experience. I feel more confident submitting my resume to a lot of places where before I wouldn't even think to try, because I know that they'll actually look at my resume with my degree. But that's not necessarily going to get me the job. They're going to want more experience.
Students point out that internship experience could make all the difference in landing a job and making up for the curriculum that the communication program currently lacks.
I completely 100% think that it's all about internships. I think you've got to go out there and get an internship.
I think that my internship experience has definitely helped me to be able to land this job, because I had experience where I was actually working in the field. As an intern, you want to be able to apply what you're learning at school in the job, and if you don't know what you're doing, you're not able to grow and learn as much in your internship, because they're having to teach you the basics.
If a degree in communication from the University of Utah is not enough to adequately prepare students for a job, students feel the university should at least be more transparent.
There should be more push to getting internships rather than just a poster on the wall as you're leaving the building. There should be a lot more engagement from the faculty to get students involved in internships, because that's really how they're going to find a more solid job. Continue to look for different internship opportunities, because the school isn't going to give them to you unless something changes, which I think there needs to be some changes made.